visit some brother out on my call. This is the moment you're meant to know.
Hello, my sunflowers. How are you? How are you? TGIF. It's Friday. Many of you are off for the weekend. Enjoy yourself as the weather over here on the East Coast get cooler and cooler. But It's a beautiful time of the year, would you say? Also, we're going to be talking about the Kardashians. But before we do that, we're going to go live on tonight. And we're going to be talking about a lot of shows. We're going to be talking about the Kardashians. We're going to be talking about Sister Wives. We're going to be talking about the Braxtons. And those are the Special Forces. We're going to be talking about stories. So if you don't have anything to do around about 7, why don't you join us? You know, we would love to have you. Now, let's get back to it. So what's going on? But before we get started, I just want to throw a little bit of commentary out there.
Okay.
Now, I saw it yesterday. And so between yesterday and the day, I wanted to do it like yesterday when it was all fresh in my brain. But Baby Cone had an evening class, so I couldn't do it. But nevertheless, what I see, and before we get in it, I just want to give my observation. What I spiritually observe in Kourtney.
Okay.
It's like she's gone to the other side. What I mean is, this is the best I can explain it. And if it comes off being racist, I definitely am not in a place to be racist with anybody, okay? But I think that when she looks at her sister Khloe and she looks at her sister Kim, she looks at where she used to be.
Yes.
Especially when they showed up all dressed at the dinner. She sees what she used to be. And it seems to me that she isn't happy. Or she became more snorkier. And I don't know. I wonder, does she look at her sisters as saying, I am so above you guys. You all are so down there still doing this. I don't even wear heels anymore unless I have to. Like, you boggle my mind. You're coming dry. What is wrong with you?
Yes.
She seems to me like she's looking at them and says, I can't even believe that I was in this. But she's married to a man that I think is demanding in a way.
Yes.
What do you think, Baby Cone?
Most definitely.
I had to pause on that because I had a negative feeling on that. And I wonder, is she really happy? She appears to be on camera.
She appears to be very
Whenever they together, she appears to be. But when he held onto her hand and they were racing and he wouldn't let her go,
it's something about it. I mean, I'm not sure.
And she felt like she was going to throw up. He didn't. I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe she's that kind of girl that just likes to submit to her.
And I don't have a problem with submitting. I don't have a problem. But if you're not happy, then you're leaning on your sisters because they are in a spot that you're not in. Is how I meant that.
Oh, okay.
So I hope she's happy as she displays.
Yes, I really do.
And she's just, another thing that Kourtney showed me, I don't know if I'm saying things right, but I'm doing the best I can. You know how you see rich people, wealthy people, and they dress all grungy and they into the punk rock world. Yeah. And you don't think that they could be highly educated or wealthy.
That's true.
Or famous. And I think taking us into Travis' world, we get to see he's playing on a high level of folks. It's just that he's playing on a high level, but he's bringing her into, this is the reality. Like when they went out, everybody's looking at us, da, 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 da. He's like, what do you think? We are celebrities. We're in an open forum. I think he helps her to come out of that. You're better than everybody else. You don't fit in with everybody. Why wouldn't people look at you? You're a celebrity. Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, that's
You
true.
come in an open place where the public is. Why? And he makes his sense. What do you think?
Yes, I do, because I definitely feel like Kourtney's that kind of person that she feels as though she could outside of the businesses that she has, I feel like she just wants to be a regular person and just be a mom and just people just.
But she'll never be regular.
It's true.
Never. Why? She's A, married to Travis.
That's true.
B, she's a Kardashian. That ain't never gonna happen.
Sorry, boo, you don't get your privacy.
You don't. You're not. You know this. You've been doing this for what, 20 years?
Yeah, but she's fighting the system. But I'm not sure if this fight in the system led to a sense of rebellion, and that's where she met Travis. If she isn't happy, which we hope that she is.
I hope that she is.
Most definitely.
I do. So let's get into it.
Yes. Well, first off, this episode was mainly about Kim and the cast of All's Affair coming to see Glenn Close.
I don't want to get into Glenn Close right now. We're gonna talk about this after we talk about the Kardashians.
Okay.
That's why I topped it off with the Kardashians, and then we're going to talk about that.
Okay. So you want me to talk about
just talk about what else happened? Like, I don't know where we are.
What else happened in that in this Kardashians was, oh yes, Khloe had Scott come over to her house, which Scott talked about how he was not moving to New York, and he said that was an impulsive idea. But he said it was his son Mace that said, well, you can't possibly move to New York, because then he started thinking about how he's gonna how's the co-parenting gonna work. You got to travel from one coast
it will hurt coast. Mason didn't want to do it because he basically said, I haven't talked to Mace about it, but when I do, and then I think it'll be etched in stone. But when he talked to Mace, apparently it was no, hell no, Dad. I'm not going. And his son probably said, you're going to just leave me here? And he probably thought about it and said, no, I'm not. I'll stay.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
That's what I think. That's what I think happened. So talk about the dinner.
Yes, the dinner.
Chris's farewell dinner to the house.
Oh, yes.
Where it all began.
Yeah, well, that was in last week's episode.
Oh.
Yes.
But what they talk about, they didn't talk about the house this time?
No, they didn't talk about the episode this episode.
I told you, I'll be forgetting.
I know that's okay, because we just recently caught up with the first 2 episodes of the Kardashians. And I think we just put that out earlier this week. So we are just caught up to the Kardashians. So all of last week's episodes are still there in our head. But
now let's get to all this down, because it was a lot. Excuse me. I'm eating a mint. It was all about
it really was
them coming to the billionaire home. And it just was amazing how they were all in awe.
Yes, Naomi Watts wasn't there though.
I told you she didn't fit in with them. I'm sure she would have been there if something came up. She just don't fit to me. I trust myself. Nevertheless, they make fun of Glenn. They call her a thief. They call her an alcoholic. Palin, what's her name?
Yes, Sarah.
Sarah does that. They call her a thief. They just really doing that. And Palin and Kim are the best of buddies in this. They
really are.
So they find Palin does the jokes and Kim back her up.
Yes, they really are always laughing together when we see them. Kim was not kidding. They really laughed.
Palin grabbed her butt, understanding Palin is a lesbian. So she's wooing Kim, and after seeing that house, she said, look, this is all a joke. She said, Palin said, what? That old lady I got at home, if they still together, that old lady I got at home that want this fresh meat right here. I know she likes to giggle. You had a hard time having you, baby. I know just how to do that. And she gets us and she makes her laugh. She's always touching her. And then she grabs her butt and Kim just, she says, yes, I'm working it. But it showed when she went to the house and says, oh my God.
Yes.
They all were in awestruck. Now, let me tell you this. While what's her name? The mother.
Kardashian, Chris.
While Chris in the house salivating over the fact they coming and panicking over the fact they walk up. when they saw your house, remember Kim gave them a tour outside verbally. She lived there, who lived there, because they coming behind where the billionaires live now. They behind the on curtain, even though they all famous, and even though the Kardashians is on another level to them. So they get in and they see all this beauty, this, oh my God, and they lost their mind. So they got stuck outside.
They did.
Then when they got in the house, this is all time consuming. They got stuck in the house.
Yep, got a house tour.
Kim gave one, and then it was that's just what it was. Now, all through all this is happening, especially when they got indoors, the mother was in nothing but affirming Kevin, okay?
Oh, yes.
She was in Hermes, Louis, Gucci, you name them, Chanel. She was in heaven with Sarah complimenting her.
Oh, yes.
I love this. This is my house for now. I'm a guest, but I live here.
Yes, I'll give you guys the tour.
I'll give you. She was funny, and I like her.
Yes,
I always like her. She could act, and but she was funny, and I could see how she could bring in good vibes.
Yes.
But her, as I said, Glenn Close, and Niecy, they bring the show.
Yes, they do.
They bring the show because Niecy is bringing the typical down home Black girl that lived in the city, but I got class when I need to get class. I know life for me haven't been no crystal stairs, Niecy. That's the role she plays.
Yes.
You know, like I know my Black people, I know my husband, I know or if she have a husband, but she's like, excuse me. But she's like all of that wrapped in one. And to me, that brings her down to every level.
Yes,
so from the high class to the low class, we can understand a Niecy. Like I can understand Niecy. And I like that balance of a real Black girl playing a Black girl role, not trying to sound white, not trying to be white, not trying to say that either, you know. But she's a standout character. Oh, I said we weren't going to get into it, but I guess we got into it. So anyway, as they was going on bragging about Glenn Close and bragging about Kim, and they loved the house. Who said?
Potential spam.
Okay. And they love the house and this and that and the other. And Chris is just in heaven. Like, oh, fur, mink, seal skin. Oh my God. She's in Louis. She's in Hermes. She's just in everything. Show her fancy room with nothing but the finest china. Just, you know, and as I look at this and honestly, and then I'm going to say what you guys said.
Okay.
When I look at this, I felt like that's so decadent.
It is.
And I felt like it doesn't make me want what she has.
No.
It just makes me feel like you have all of this. You're not even using it.
No.
It's just like me looking in my closet and looking at all the clothes I have or all the books I have or all the, whatever you have a lot of, you're just like her. We're just like her. Yes. And I was thinking, God, I can look in my closet, look at all these clothes I don't need. Look at these shoes, nice shoes I don't even wear. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, looking at all this wonderful stuff. This is wonderful stuff. And she's just displaying it and she's never going to use it. And then when you think about things like that, you say, how do I give back?
Yes.
I shouldn't even have this to squander. I shouldn't even have this to show to the world. I shouldn't even be hoarding like that.
Yes.
But nevertheless, like Palin said, I think it was Sarah said, I keep calling that woman Palin. Like Sarah said, I don't know if it was Sarah. Somebody mentioned the where you get those freezy things that Glenn Close like, and Kim brought them in.
Yes, I allegedly heard. I think it was a commentator that mentioned it.
But Sarah say something. She was in the room already.
I think she was already in the room, but it was a thing that Glenn Close loves. Those freezy cups. They weren't
freezy cups. They were milkshakes, kind of Oreo, something special. They
Dairy Queen.
And I love Glenn Close when she said, "I don't want to drink. If I drink too, you know,
Again, turned to a different person.
I turned to the personality. And so they was like, oh, okay. And then you seen her somewhere saying, I need another drink.
Yes.
I couldn't believe it.
And that's when they started making jokes behind her back.
And she was telling the truth about how she took a Valium. She drinks, and obviously it could be a little slight problem, but it seemed like to me she show up, she do her lines.
Exactly.
And I think she's a strong character. And frankly, honestly, you could do that show with her and Palin and Niecy Nash. You could just do it with them three. That's other true. Characters you don't really need.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
You don't really need none of the other characters, because those three, to me, and I said it on my last, they make it. And I put them in order. Palin and Glenn, they close, they good. But I got to give it to Glenn first because she's been in the business longer. So
that's true.
But they good. And Niecy is good. I like the fact that they have a black person playing a black person role that is classy, that is money, that is a lawyer. I like that. And people I know that are lawyers, I don't know that many, but I know enough professional people that talk like that. They know they know what's going on.
Mm-hmm, that's true. There was a few things that I wanted to mention outside of this scene. It was a few things that was scattered throughout the episode. Mm-hmm. But we wanted to talk about how when Khloe, I think Khloe stopped by Kris Jenner's house. Uh-huh. No, I'm going to get to Kourtney.
Okay.
But Khloe had stopped to see Kris Jenner, and they were talking about the family and how they got along. And Kris Jenner basically said that she knows at some point it's just going to be her, Khloe, and Kim, and she's okay with that. She's okay if Kendall leaves the group chat, if Kylie leaves the group chat, Kourtney
the group chat, or leave the company
group chat, because they have a family group chat, and right now it's Kourtney just left it. That's why it's a whole big deal. At least for Khloe, it's a big deal. And Kris Jenner doesn't seem fazed by it. She was just like, they could leave the group chat if they want to. I guess she pretty much knows it's just her and those three girls, Khloe and Kim, that she's the most close with. Kris Jenner.
Because everybody else left the group chat.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Kourtney said, I just don't have time. I don't want to hear the gossip.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing Kendall said.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Kendall felt the same
way. Didn't she feel the same way?
Yes. Speaking of Kendall, she doesn't even live on the compound.
She don't live on the compound. We call it the compound. That's what we call it. So she doesn't live on the compound.
No,
and Niecy Nash said, good for her.
Yes.
Pretty much gave her a compliment, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So we can see how far removed, but we also knew that Kendall wanted to have a ranch and live with the horses.
She live in the city, right?
Yeah, Beverly Hills specifically. Uh-huh. But yeah, it was specifically with Khloe and Kourtney. We've noticed each scene when she's not around Kim, Khloe is dressing down.
She's dressed
down. And even when she saw Kourtney, I think she did this specifically. She came in an all black outfit.
It was a sweatsuit.
Yes. I think Khloe dresses for whoever she's hanging out with. So if she's hanging out with Kourtney, she might wear a little bit more black or a little bit more darker clothes.
That's true. I pointed that out, didn't I?
You did.
I just started noticing. I'm like, I mean, they're all not Kourtney's as of yet, but I'm sure she does something to her face. They all beat their face. I don't have a problem with beating your face and doing your hair. Fine. That's great. Mm-hmm. But to be dressed up in stilettos and fancy jeans or fancy just wallowing around the house, I don't give a John Brown how big it is. Come on, that's over the top.
Yes. Although one thing you did feel about Khloe is that you finally feel as though she was in her element, because she was taking photo shoots for her brand Cloud, which is a protein-based popcorn snack.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Maybe you should try it.
I should. It sounds healthy.
We like Khloe.
Yes, we do.
And so now that leads us to what?
Her conversation with Kourtney, where she finally confronted Kourtney about leaving the group chat. And Khloe feels as though, why can't you support me as a sister? I'm just expressing my feelings. And I was expressing how it felt. She's like, am I not allowed to have feelings? And Kourtney feels as though, yes, you're allowed to have feelings, but all you do is spread negativity. I mean, I do have to admit, Khloe, I feel like you have change and you're always nagging, talking at somebody. She just has a negative attitude.
Who?
Khloe. She always has a sort of a
snorky attitude behind their back. She talk about everybody. She's got something to say about everybody.
Yes.
She does.
She really does.
But I think that when Kourtney said, I feel for you. What was it? I
feel exhausted.
I feel exhausted for you. And she said, then I feel exhausted. She's so on the defense. In other words, I took it to mean I feel exhausted. Like, for what all this you carrying?
Mm-hmm.
I feel exhausted for you.
Yes.
You're doing the most here.
And then when
that's how I took it to me.
And then when
Khloe didn't take it like that.
No, Khloe did not take it that way.
Because Khloe took it as what, you being exhausted over me? Then I'm exhausted over you. No, she didn't mean it like I'm exhausted for you. And she said, I'm just exhausted. But this is a lot.
Yeah.
And I got to protect my space. And the second person I've heard that I think that's registering, and that's Tawanda Braxton.
Yes.
So I don't know what this thing that's going on in Hollywood that everybody says, I'm sorry to be rude, but I got to protect my space. I don't know, but I dig it.
Everybody's I dig that. About that energy.
Everybody about, wait a minute, I know that I'm going against the norm, and I know you may not understand, and you might get even angry right now, but I got to protect my space. I got to disconnect.
Yes. I know that's right, Hollywood.
And it's like, I don't know who is hurting, why it's hurting. I'm sorry, but I got to protect my own mental.
I only got my back.
And I am a type of person, I will walk away.
Yeah. Just gonna walk
away. Am I like sometimes. That? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I would rather be by myself than to deal with a bunch of women or men that's giving me the blues. I don't need it.
That is so true. I don't need that drama in my
life. Let me say this, sidebar. Have you ever had a friend? They always had problems. They have problems. No matter, they just have problems. They got major problems. And no matter how much you try to talk to them, they listen, they cry, they hear you, but they go and still deal with the same problem. They try to change it, so they say, but they've been talking. And when you look back over, you've been dealing with this person over this problem, maybe for 6 months, a year, maybe a couple of years. Maybe you've been dealing with them ever since high school and their problems. And so now you're bogged down with their problems and their sickness. And until you learn to say, wait a minute, I'll tell you this, but then 1-2 times, and you doing I don't want to be no parts of that.
Exactly.
And you have to clear your space. So I understand that. So it's not like when you drop off, it has nothing to do with you dropping because you don't love them. You drop them because A, you do love them, and B, you see that they're going in another direction. Why explain when they're not going to hear you anyway?
Exactly.
She tried to explain.
She did. Mm-hmm.
She didn't hear. So it's better sometimes just to walk away. When it's a bad cue, they first know why you're not there.
Yeah.
You know why I'm not around or taking your phone call, because of the conversation. Mm-hmm. And if you feel as though Kourtney conversations are too holistic, then why do you keep calling her or wanting to be around her? I don't get it.
Exactly.
You know that Kourtney is not in that light like that no more.
Exactly. You guys used to see eye to eye.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Or she turned into a mini-me, a Kardashian, a Kim.
She did. She definitely did.
To me, she turned to a Kim Kardashian.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Posing interestingly sexy for popcorn.
I'm happy for her. Yes, I think she looks great.
She does.
But
she worked for that.
I don't see the real Kourtney. The Kourtney that used to be. And I know people grow up. But the thing is, when you grow up, how you going to grow up? When you grow up, you're going to become more bitter. The more prettier you became, the more thinner, the more grouchy. And you could say, because I fell in love and men used me. Well, people get used all the time. You get over it. You suck it up. And if that's what you want, you jump back on the saddle. and hope that this time you get it right. And if you don't, well, you get the hell off the saddle, say, okay, because that's life.
Yeah, that's true.
But what you have done, in my opinion, you have made life bitter. You became a bitter Betty. You, Khloe.
You did. You really
You're
did.
a bitter Betty. You do complain a lot. You talk about people a lot. And by the way, you have a filthy mouth. I don't know about sailors, but when I was little, they say you cuss like a sailor. It's not the things that you cuss or say. It's not the profanity. It's the things when you tell your sister to suck your big fat dick.
Mm-hmm. Yep, she did say it.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Calling your sister bitches. That's still disgusting. I get that on the Braxton.
I get it. You just upset she calling you out on some truth.
And then you gotta call her name, and that's what you do. And like you said, that's who you are, then be who you are. But you slowly turn into a bitter Betty. But I still love you. I do. And I root for your character. Like now, you look fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
But in all your fabulosity, you became bitter.
Yeah.
Bitter.
Two things about Khloe. One, we know that she's really close with Rob. We could tell when she was on the phone with Rob when
and then Khloe was insulted by that. Go ahead.
Yeah, she truly was insulted by that conversation as well. But that's just Khloe. She's more sensitive than she would like to admit. Which I would we talked about this off camera, but you was wondering, was Khloe always secretly jealous of Kim?
I think so. Thank you for mentioning that.
Yes, you're welcome.
What I noticed, it just seemed like Khloe morphed into a Kim Kardashian. And I believe when they were coming up, I think she was jealous of her. Because if she wasn't, why would you turn your back on Khloe, on Kourtney, and become a Kimberly?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying you didn't put in the work. You put in the work. You look fabulous, but you always look good. But now you have your face, you just look like that Kardashian look.
She has that Kardashian look.
You just had that Kim, you had that Kim momager look. Mm-hmm. Y'all, all three of y'all, all of y'all have it. But I have to say that Kourtney, she looked more of her.
Yes, more natural.
No, what are they?
Oh, Armenian.
She looked more Armenian. She looks more Armenian, like American Armenian mix. Mm-hmm. But the rest of y'all look like American, I want to say Barbie dolls, but I can say y'all just look unnaturally unreal.
Mm-hmm, yes.
You know? And I think that now that she's over there and she done sold her soul out to the beauty industry.
Yes.
Because for a while, she wasn't even close with Rob.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think that all this workout, all this beauty, getting men, all this, I think it done broke her heart. And the Khloe that I know is no longer there. She's became a bitter Betty. And if that's what growing up is, then I don't want to grow up.
She did not grow old gracefully.
No, you're growing old bitter. And even though your sister Court, I can see how it could be offensive. Somebody's always judging you,
that's true,
finding fault with you. I can get that. And Court, on the other hand, you give her, and so she gets offended.
Yeah, that's true.
So, and I feel for Kourtney, if you can't take it, don't dish them out.
That's true.
And now she done let you know that this is offensive. So stop giving your feedback because nobody asked. Just when you see them, just look and go, and you shake your head and keep it moving.
Yep, that's true. Take that high road.
Just look at them saying, you look nice, and shake your head and keep it moving. They'll get the point.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
You ain't got to say anything. You don't have to say anything. So I just feel as though that she was jealous. I think it was jealousy for Kimberly all the time, because she gave up Kourtney for Kim. And not that Kourtney and Kim, they're going to be Kourtney and Kim, no matter what. That's just vinegar and oil. Mm-hmm. But we know they love each other.
Yes.
I mean, after all, and maybe because she was considered the mixed child, she don't have that. She's not Armenian looking like they are.
Right.
So,
And she tall, and she
don't nothing like him.
No, nothing.
Nothing like. She looked like her mother, but she didn't look like. She didn't have a widow's. She had nothing. Rob had it. So it is clear that it's a 99.9% that she had a different father. Yeah. And I think feeling like not fully part, even though that was my dad and that's all I know. I think she struggles with deep down inside. Yes. My mom had me by another man and I'm not a Kardashian. Mm-hmm. And so for her to morph into a Kardashian, yes. I see it. Mm-hmm. If you look at it, the only thing she has not done, she has not made her hair a black brown, like the darkest black. That is true. And I don't think that she could do it because they are darker than her. She's pale. That wouldn't look good on her. You think? I don't know if it would look good on her. I don't. Kim could wear it. Carly can wear it, and Carly is very fair. And well,
that's also Kylie's natural hair too.
And so is what you call it, Kendall. Mm-hmm. But her hair is not. Her hair is brown. Yes. Natural brown hair. It's not blonde. It's just brown like my hair. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, so for me to do her hair, but even that was saying, she looked like a ghost. You know,
and she's sporting back and forth between all these different episodes, her natural brown hair, and then blonde. So that shows you that they must be filming scenes at different times, but that's something I noticed.
Well, anyway, so that's what happened on the Kardashians. Yeah, it was. I really enjoyed watching them. Let's just talk about this season. I enjoyed talking about the Kardashians. So let's just get into it. Well, we heard today that the what's the name of that show?
All's Fair.
Got only a 0 by
Rotten Tomato.
Now let's get into it. I like the show, okay? I like it. We're going to talk about it more this evening, too. Mm-hmm. Because we're going to just talk, when we go live, we're going to just talk about whatever. But we're definitely going to talk about some of these shows. So we're going to just, since we're doing it, and we said we're going to do them together, so we're going to take 15 minutes out and just do this. Okay? So one of the things that I noticed about this is, what was I saying?
Talking about All's Affair.
Right.
And how you feel about the show. And maybe how it relates to the 0.
I know how it is. It is overly glorified. It's honestly, I told you this. When you watch it, you just got to look at it and overlook the fashion because it's blinding. Overlook the decadent lifestyle. It's blinding. You know, even her secretary lived in an elite place. Yes. So their styles, the way they dress, you have to look all over that because that's Kim. Mm-hmm. That's Kim. Because you look, for me, it makes it look like you got like you got 5 lawyers. Yes. And these are the baddest lawyers, the baddest women lawyers that's in New York or California. Where are they?
I believe they're in California.
The baddest you can get.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And they don't lose. Now, what I like the fact that they should get like really shows with people like when the Catwoman, I think was a real one. By this time, you all should have seen the first one. When the woman jumps off the bridge, off the balcony, I think if they give those sequences, something that gets you in there, because it's got to be a lot of them. Mm-hmm. You know, even at the lockup, people get. I mean, there's so many different divorce stories, and Jessica. I'm gonna tell you how good Jessica was. She was so good, and whoever did that makeup, I said, Jessica don't look like that. Mm-hmm. I don't know what happened to her face. Mm-hmm. I said, pull up a picture so I make sure it's not makeup. Whoever did that face,
did that. Mm-hmm. Yep.
You get a round of applause.
Yes, for real. That was amazing.
And we clocked it too.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we did. Because that was good. We didn't. Mama Pearl recognized Jessica Simpson before I did.
I couldn't even believe, like, and she acted good.
She did.
Well, he told me to, like, you know how this was like too tight to talk, and he loved me, and I told him that, and she was good. But I think if you do that, Yes, it is corny. Yes, it is over the top. Yes, it's like looking at a B movie. Yes, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
But the storyline is getting good with Kim.
Yes.
The storyline, just bring in all, I'm telling you, people will tune in. Yes, it is corny, but put the corny on the back burner.
Yes.
Just look at it like a sitcom. Just, it's not a comedy, it's drama. But look at it for the poor acting, the over dramaticness of the clothing, and look at it for what it is, and listen to the storyline.
Yes.
Try not to get hooked up on the
actors.
The actors. Just try to let them just be. And just don't expect nothing out of Kim. Don't expect that she's going to come and do something spectacular. Like I said, at the end of 1-3, when she went like that and she found out that Tiana Taylor was pregnant, what? She was like, that camera did her because she was like,
yes.
That was good acting, because for a moment, I saw a woman in grief. I didn't see Kim for that moment.
No.
But when she was standing up out that window and that woman jumped off that bridge, off their ledge, now I don't know how high they were up, but I just saw the sky. Exactly. So they up pretty high. So if I saw that in real life, I think I would have fainted.
Yes, exactly. Niecy got it right.
Niecy got it right. The other lady grabbed Kim and was hyperventilating. Oh my Jesus. And Kim was like, it was terrible. She should have went like, oh my God, something in real life.
Yeah.
You see somebody, you're not going to be like,
jump to their death.
You're going to be, no. You're going to be like, no, oh my God, no. You're going to be, I don't even have to know who you are.
That's true.
But the fact that it happened in front of me, and let me go away further than this. When Baby Crone did Charlie Kirk, and she said, I never saw an assassination before. Go ahead, tell them how you felt about that. She was messed up for a few days over seeing that on TV.
I did have to process that. I really did have to process it because it was so quick. It was so sudden, no warning. And I just saw someone literally die before my eyes. And I was just like, you couldn't have gave me a warning, especially because I was scrolling through TikTok. So I thought it was just a normal video. So I'm just watching it, seeing who this Charlie Kirk guy is, trying to get to know him a little bit more. And then just boom, he's dead. And I'm just like, are we serious right now? I'm just like,
she brings the video to me. And she's like numb. I'm looking, I'm like, oh my God, is that real? And she was like, remember that?
Yes.
And so I told her, if you ever experience anything like that and you feel uncomfortable, don't do the news about it. Give yourself time.
Fair enough.
Because that was a lot to deal with.
That was a lot to deal with.
So that's what I'm saying. So I say all that to say, that's how ridiculous she looked standing up there. Naomi was next. But the way that Niecy Nash,
yes, Niecy.
Applause. And I'm not saying it because she's a black girl. I'm just saying it because it was authentic. Because that would be something that anybody do. Bend over, go low to the ground. That woman hit the ground. So she went low to the ground.
Yep, just
everything just went down. And so much I thought she was going to regurgitate, all acting, of course. But my point is, she made me feel that sickened her.
Yeah,
I felt that. That's why I thought she's going to throw up because she just went down.
She
like,
felt the weight.
Oh my God. Naomi made me feel like staying in composure because that's the role she's playing, staying in composure. But at least she said, oh my Jesus. She was hyperventilating. But Kim, if you're going to be in shock like,
yes, please, like
something. But she was that was horrible. And then the love scene when they kissed, it was phony. It just didn't. That was horrible.
That was so
and then they
horrible.
sitting there and talking about getting a divorce. I talked about this earlier, but I said I couldn't get into it until the end of the week because giving everybody else a chance to see it. So it was on yesterday. So I know today, if you're looking at it and you're following it, you see it. So we could just talk about everything, or you could just switch out. I like it. I get why it gets the Rotten Tomatoes,
Yes.
but I think it could be one of those things that never going to make him a good actor. It's never going to do that.
No.
But it will if they keep those storylines. Because I thought the storylines and bringing in old actors to play those lines.
Yes, keep bringing those all-time stars.
Those all-time stars, dressing them up, letting them. You got a hit. It may be bad, yeah. But if you keep doing it and don't let it get old, and you just, let Kimberly's story play out, let story play out, and whatever is going on in Niecy Nash. We're not coming out here their names the next time. Whatever going on in Niecy Nash, because they all have problems.
Yes, they do.
And what's going on with Sarah? They all got problems, but I love them. And I don't know how they're going to win because I don't want to see nobody winning over my Sarah. What's her name?
Paulson.
She's my favorite.
Yes.
And Glenn. So you got two powerhouses against each other. I just hope that they don't make Palin look like she's the loser against the other woman.
Yes, please.
And I don't want to see the old timer go down. I don't want to see that. Maybe they fight the duel of a fight and they both compromise. It has to be because they're too powerful. I love them. What else did you like about this session?
Well, what I would like to talk about is how the fact with All's Affair, with the commentary that we are hearing on the internet, is that people are not feeling Ryan Murphy. I mean,
you said that too,
yeah.
And I even told you if you look at the first thing, you're going to be turned off. But go ahead.
Yeah, because it just feels as though his lines are more cornier than usual. It feels like he's trying hard. Maybe it's because this is outside of his genre and he's more of a horror kind of guy.
Okay.
So to do something that's not horror and out of his genre, maybe because it's not dark and he wanted to do something, even the producer had said that they wanted to do something outside of American Horror Story aesthetics. So because of that, maybe Ryan Murphy in another element doesn't do as well, because just like Tyler Perry sticks with a certain type of script, so should Ryan Murphy. Just do what you're good at, Ryan Murphy. However, this branch out is decent. It's pretty decent. I will say I enjoy it.
We didn't at first.
No.
It was the middle of the second episode that it started getting us in.
Yes.
And now when I go back, I will be studying the names now because now I want to call them by their acting name. But let me say this.
Okay.
But be it known, it's not because of Kim.
No, not
it will be her storyline, if anything. Because her storyline is a good one. Her husband has got a black woman pregnant. Not that it's a big deal, but he played for the football team.
Yes.
And not only that, he want a divorce, and Kim has taken the embryos and had it put up in her without them even him. She lied. She signed her name on it, and a big time lawyer doing this.
Exactly.
Okay?
The fraud lawyers do.
Oh. And so, like I said, it's the storyline. And to find that out, when she found out Tiana Taylor was pregnant with that, she was like, it was the way that the camera just moved back. It was like somebody told her that stuff for real. Or she thought about, somebody must say, think about if somebody told you that and that was your husband. She did to me.
Yeah,
she did that. I felt that. Everything else, and I'm being honest, it's just Kim. Yes. It's the life that Kim would be living, decadence, living in a stratosphere of lawyers, and they only take on the top cases. Yes. That's what it seems like. Because the way they dress and go to work, they ain't dealing with no nickel and dime. Mm-hmm. They dealing with estates. I'm thinking they dealing with multi-millions estates and stuff. They're not dealing with no 125,000. They're not dealing with that. They're not dealing with $150,000. They're not dealing with that. They ain't even dealing with $1 million. You better, if you want to follow them, you better have at least 10 million or more and assets up the wazoo. Because if you don't have that, those lawyers is not going to take your case. That's how I see it. Yes. And understand they are divorce lawyers. So that means now if they take a charity case, it'll be bono, but it'll be a charity. But the way they dress, the way their office is up in the sky, like you walking around, glass, what? And her home, oh my God.
Yes.
No. And you think, why would two people need a house that daggone big? Exactly. This is what's starting to get me. This is what I'm starting to look at. A house with 15 bedrooms. My God. If you don't have 10 people, or at least if you don't have 6 people, why do you have a house with 10 bedrooms?
Exactly. Does not make any sense. Who's using and sleeping in all those bedrooms?
I could see if you have a bedroom 1 or 2 available.
Yes.
But when you had 3 and 4 bedrooms that nobody used, that's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. A few things that I would like to note also. I was just thinking about this while you was talking. I think going back to that Ryan Murphy, now this could just be me. I don't think anybody else has mentioned this before.
Okay.
But just looking at how cleverly Ryan Murphy put in that Beyonce scene, I'm wondering if Ryan Murphy was playing off of the fact with Taylor Swift being engaged to a football player who has an ex that was black. So if we want to think about that, that's why I said this is a long stretch. Kim is married to a football player.
Kim not married to no one.
On the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's married to a football player who is cheating on her with her receptionist who happens to be black. I mean, that's what I'm just like thinking of, like the two little parallels there. I'm just like, I wonder if that was a Taylor Swift reference. But
or it could be a Kim and Kanye when they broke up. He met some story on secretary. My secretary. It could be that too, because it does seem like it mimics the life that in an imaginary world, what Kim life would be if she became this big time lawyer.
Y'all think she's going to become that lawyer? We'll find out tonight.
Hopefully at 6:00, just find out. They're supposed to be giving it. If she does, I think this show helped her a lot by learning the lines, of course.
Yes.
Because none of them are lawyers. So, but they all did great. And I wasn't shocked that the other girl wasn't going to show up. She may not even stay with the story. She may not even stay with the story. She may not come back. Naomi Watts. I don't feel as though she felt good.
No, she didn't.
I said that. But you know what? If she come back, I'll see how she does the second time. Because she's a good actress. I love her as an actress, huh?
I said if this gets a second season.
If it gets you're right. If it gets a second season, then if she comes back, I'll be clear by the end of this season.
Yes.
Because I do like her. Do you know how many episodes we have for this?
According to Hulu, it looks like it's 5, but I'm just not sure if they haven't uploaded all yet. So let's see. 5 is so short, but...
And we already seen 3.
3. Mm-hmm.
So that's it. They're famous for doing that as a test.
10 episodes.
Okay. All right. I can enjoy it.
Yes. Ooh, it's supposed to last us up until December 23rd. So
right before Christmas. Yeah. Okay. So that's good. I enjoy it. We're going to see what's going on. Please follow us. I'm going to be more organized talking about it, but because the Kardashians and then that.
Yes.
That's how it worked. So I looked at it yesterday, but if we're going to be going to work, then I'm going to have to look at it again just before we do a because I want to come on here feeling like I feel, because I get lost in my feelings.
All's Affair comes out on Tuesday, and then Thursday, so 2 days later, the Kardashians come out.
But then they show it again. Do they show it again after the Kardashians?
No, I mean, you could just go on Hulu.
Oh, you just turn it on Hulu. We just look at it on Thursday. Mm-hmm. Oh, and I didn't want to do 2 shows. Okay. I got it. So we just made it all one. So go ahead. You got something? No. So at the end of it all, it's corny. I get it. I get the feedback. I get it.
I do 100%.
I get it. Yeah, I get it.
But that 0 was pretty.
Huh?
I said that 0 was a little bit ridiculous though. I'm like, you couldn't have gave it like a 2.
I know. I get it. I'm not even trying to. up it. I get it. But I am saying that it could be a B movie. Look at how many B movies that are so bad, but they go down in history as iconic.
Yes.
The Invasion of the Body Snatcher. They redo On Man. Look at all the corny things that they redo over. The Wizard of Oz.
Yep.
I'm just saying they're good, but even in movies.
Yes.
The Pink Panther. You can deal Austin Powers. I can't name so many movies. So this could be a bad movie. Get it. I get it. I get it. But you gotta know that the storylines, they look beyond the acting. Just know this is Kim.
Get past your expectations.
Get past your expectations, because Sarah and Glenn and Niecy, they're gonna bring it home. And since people feel as they Taylor, the black girl.
Oh, Tiana Taylor.
That's because of the role she had. I'm not going to give up on her yet. I want to see how she acts when it goes more in it, because she's acting like a person that will never, ever, give up on her baby.
That's true.
And I don't think that she would. But she's also playing a woman that is pregnant by a man that is white, baby. And by a woman that's jealous. Now, I don't know, because Kim came in there and filled up all the house with the baby stuff. I don't know what that's about.
I think that was her way of saying,
I forgive you.
Yes, like a truce. You're just like, you know what? That's okay. You may have stole my husband from me, and I've learned a lot about
But she came back and told her, your man is messing with other men.
Yes, transsexuals at that.
And so she didn't fire her.
No, it doesn't sound like she fired her.
Okay.
But what I am curious about is, speaking about that whole, actually, this is a really good episode to talk about this. Speaking of the whole comparison of looking up to people, Tiana Taylor, her character was talking to Kim's character, saying that, you have this lavish life.
Everybody want to be you. Remember that. Everybody wants to be you. Yes. Why wouldn't I do this? It was an episode. Go ahead. I don't want to take over. Go ahead. Give your version.
Oh, yeah. I was just going to say that from Tiana Taylor's perspective, she's just sharing how she's just, I took it as envious of Kim Kardashian's life, that she, in this series, that she wanted to be her. So, yeah, if your husband came on to me, I'm going to take that opportunity and chance so I can live that lifestyle. That's the way I took it. How did you?
And I agree. And Kimberly said, what lifestyle? She said, she said, I want to go away on trips and they cater to me. She says, those people out there working, they see people like us, we're nothing. She really broke it down, being rich and having all these luxuries. I get it, but it's nothing. You're just being catered to because you got the money to afford. That's what you're paying for. But once you get there, it ain't no big deal. Being me is not a big deal. You just want the money of my life. But my life, I think that she really put a stamp on, just because you're rich don't mean it's easy. Just because you're rich and you're able to look your finest every day don't mean you ain't got sugar, honey, iced tea going on in your life.
Yes.
Just because you got billions don't mean that everything in your life and your health and your body is just ticking right. Kim said that's a lie. Money don't make you. Money buy you. And that's what the thing, and you seen it when Kim was outside and she was giving her mother the view of the house. I mean, giving them a view of the house, taking her time, letting them ooh and ah. And in the middle of this, she's treating it like it ain't nothing to me. Come on, let's go in. She was trying to get them in the house, but they was in awe of what they saw. Of course, we don't know because they didn't really show us, but a little bit. So when they finally get to the big glass doors, they even in more awe.
Yes.
So then that we don't know, that could have been an hour of them being awestruck. But I tell you, as I sit here, I would have never performed like that over anybody else's merchandise.
No.
I wouldn't. Why? Because I feel as though it's inappropriate.
Yes.
Why? My mother raised me, don't lose your dignity over other people's stuff. Learn how to act. Like when you go to church, sit down. You don't do, I learned to not do things like that. Now, if they say, hey, you could say you have a lovely home.
Mm-hmm, yes.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
And if they say, you want a tour? Because that's what Kim, and if they say, yeah, I'll give them a tour. But if they say, I wouldn't even, I would say, just tell me where your bathroom is so I know where it's at. That is what I want. If they ask for a tour, I would say, this is so lovely. And if I would say, well, now if I want a tour that bad, I would say, you just have to let me see this gorgeous house. Because maybe they got a room they don't want you in.
That's true.
You don't know. But I just thought that they were just so in awe of it all. And it was good that Niecy Nash brought her husband, her partner with her.
It's hard to figure out what to call it.
Her partner, her lady partner husband with her.
Yes, that's a good way to cover all the grounds.
Because I know she don't want to be, because she's dykish.
Yep.
So she
enjoyed it on the girly festivities.
She enjoyed it on the girly festivities. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. And anything else we could say about it?
No, now I think we covered everything.
I think we covered everything. If it was botched up, but I'm going to do better, because trying to think of both of them, I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to start writing some of my own notes and pick up where Baby Clone may lose it. Okay. And everything. But anyway, that's it. That's all we got. We hope you enjoyed it. That's our take on the Kardashians and
All's Fair.
So if you like this kind of commentating as we swim through the waters and you watched it, you know exactly what we're talking about. I heard that it did do bad, and I get it. I'm not going to lie about it. I can tell you what it's like. This is trashy.
Okay.
It's like going and looking at Zeus TV.
Oh, okay.
It ain't like that raunchy.
Right.
But it's like that for the acting. So but you look at it because you like the storylines. You look at it because you want to see them fight. Here, you look at it because you want to see the storylines. And what are they going to bring to us next? What story? Because I thought that was the story of the lady who had her face made like the cat with that Jessica Simpson made.
Yeah.
So if they bring those, that's hot.
If they could make real stories.
Right. And I think they are. I think they mimicking, not doing them fully, but I think they are mimicking stories. And that's good. No one's done that before. And I think that's brilliant.
Yes.
So that, like I said, and bringing in old actors, just actors, bring them in. Good ones, bad ones, whatever. And your show will do good.
Yes. Oh, you also like the fact that it is a cast of more mature women.
And it's more mature women. And even her mother said that. Chris said that.
Yeah.
It's wonderful because she said that Kimberly has been on sites where she really wasn't received and people really didn't like her. But here, because she's around the older people, and to me, they just flawn over her. Like, how rich it is to be with you. I say, I can't do that to nobody, and I won't. Nobody, no one is better than me. No one. And if I could be Kim today, what would it profit me?
Exactly. Besides funds.
It'll profit me being Kim. I don't want to be nobody. So when she said everybody want to be me, everybody want to be you, Kim. No, everybody do not want to be Kim. I don't believe it. Now rephrase it. Everybody want your money. Yes.
Yeah, hell yes.
Yes. Want to be you? No.
Your money?
Your money? Yes. I don't want to suffer with psoriasis. Because I know how bad they are. Because I had people in my family on my mother's side suffer with psoriasis. So I know how bad they get. And you know when Jackie get them? I know. So no, I don't want to suffer with that. She doesn't show you how bad they get.
No, she doesn't.
Never. She tells you she has them, but she don't show you when she has a real bad breakout.
No.
So why would I want somebody here? That's like having shingles to me. Why would I want that? I don't want to inherit your problems. So with that being said, so from now on, well, the people stop saying everybody wants to be like Kim. And everybody do not. But say, Kim, you know everybody would love to have that money. And I would say, now that's true.
Yes.
Undeniable.
Mm-hmm.
Because with her money, I can do what she do.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, her money, I can get nip, tuck, snip, dip, that, doop, dookity-boop, here, there, everywhere, over there, up the stairs, in the corner, around the thing, just on my plane, just go where I want. I could do that. We all could if we were working with billions of dollars. Mm-hmm. She's a billionaire, right?
Yep.
If I was working with millions of dollars, oh my God!
Mm-hmm, yep.
Look what like we would have. Look how what I would still have this, but look how big it would be. Mm-hmm. I would have a place in my house built with a studio.
Yes.
Fit for an audience of 20 people can sit down and watch my show live. What I would do? Yes. What? Mm-hmm. What? Yeah. I would do that, but I can't. And all I'm saying, I live in a rancher. So all I can say is I love the show for what it is. Yes, for what so like I said, if you going in there, just don't go in there like that. Just go in there like I know it's poor acting. Kim, just use her. I know Kim can't act. And I think this is what she needs. So she can say, okay, acting is not me.
Hopefully she gets that.
Like Beyonce. It's not Beyonce either. Because you hear her voice, it's just that's the killer. And not only it's even more nasally. Yeah, now, so, and when she was talking to her husband, and her husband's right, this is the last time I said, when she was telling her husband was telling her, and in real life, he's younger than her. So, and in the movie, I think he's younger than her too. So he's saying, I want a divorce. And she's like, what? Mm-hmm. I want a divorce. No, you don't.
You're going to divorce me.
You want to divorce me? You don't want that. And then I do. Oh, come on. Your husband come home. You love him. And you know he's out there anyway. But he comes home after y'all had your anniversary the day or two before. And he going to sit down and tell you, I want a divorce. You're going to say, no, you don't. You're going to say, what you say?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Me? I could tell you what I do right now. I think. I want a divorce. Fine. Pack your shit and get the hell out. The hell with you. That's where I be. Pack your shit and get out. I knew you wanted it anyway. I'm acting. Shoot, I feel that. What?
I knew you wanted one anyway.
I knew you wanted. I knew you was cheating on me, you dirty son of a biscuit. Get the hell out. Get out. Don't break. I'll pack your shit. Get out. Am I feeling that? Am I too much?
Oh, no.
But
that's what Kim needed.
Fire. You know, she acted like I am a little relieved that you gone.
She did act like it was a
but the only problem is those eggs. And I would have said, and as far as those eggs, since you treated, they belong to me.
Yeah, fair enough. She should have got her due justice with that one.
That's what I would have said now. But she was up there like, no. Now, you love your man, or your man love you, or partner. Let's say partner. And they come home. You know they ain't doing good anyway, but y'all have intimate moments. He's late, but you know your football. You got a job to keep him away. So you know that, but you're busy yourself. So you're not paying attention to all the little minute things because you're working. He's working. So, but this particular day, he comes home out of the blue, sits down, and you're like, what's wrong? I want a divorce. Don't that take a pause out your life?
Yes, it does.
Like now all along, you know he's been cheating, coming in late. You already know, but you've been dealing with it. Mm-hmm. So now that you know, because he asked for a divorce, you're just going to sit there and go, oh. But then that night, she calls her friends over, and here we go again. She calls her friends over, and Niecy Nash is there, and they having a ball, and they realize she's got an indoor, outdoor pool with a hot tub. Yes. And guess what they want to do? Oh, you got a hot tub. I can't do it. But like I said, it's phony. It's filled with decadence. It's over the top. But it's the storyline that'll keep you coming back.
Yep.
What do you think? So
definitely.
now that I talked over it again, I'm really trying to promote it because I really like for you to join us and we talk about it.
Yes.
You know? And I really think you will enjoy. You may not. Some people just don't like corny stuff. Like I don't like corny movies. Corny, scary movies, please. Please. Or anything corny. Do I like corny movies?
No.
That was just like me sitting through a movie where they singing and dancing and singing. I don't care how good it is. Unless I went to an opera and sat down and heard an opera and they act, I would do that. I don't even know if I would like it. But that's one of the things I want to do one day is go to an opera. But I want to go to a good one.
Yes.
I really want to see Madame Butterfly. Okay, I'm all over the place. But anyway, we hope you like this episode. We really do, of the Kardashians. And
all's fair.
if you really like this, please give us a thumbs up. I know we went on a little bit past what we're supposed to, but I just, when I talk about these things, I just talk. I don't go in sequences because I feel as though you've seen it too. So we can just talk about the things that I found that stand out and go into the order and miss. And that's what I like to do. So if you like that kind of commentary where we just commentary at home and just skipping over what we like and hear what we thought were the highlights. And our highlights are everybody else's highlights too.
Yeah.
So please join us. And if you have any comment, please leave it down below. But besides all of that wonderful thing, please give us a thumbs up if you can and help us grow. It is so appreciated. And we thank you always in advance. And those of you that keep coming back again and again and supporting our station, we can't thank you enough. And we say thank you to all of our sunflowers, those that are in and those that are coming in or those that just watch and move on.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. And with that, you know what we say? Sunflowers!